Hi, seventh grade. Welcome back. It is Wednesday. I'm making this video on Tuesday. Let's go over the exit ticket. 61 students have taken it so far, and it's 124. So technically, I should have about 100. So please make sure to try to finish it by then because it gives me better data. Okay. Let's go over this documents. We're focusing primarily on main idea. Okay. One thing I want you to remember is, and I went over this on Monday and Tuesday, main idea is not the topic, right? The main idea is a sentence, the topic sentence. It is what is the big idea of this document. I'm going to go over a couple of examples right now, some exemplars and non-exemplars of what some of the work you guys did. So let's start with some of these questions first. What is the main idea of the paragraph? So the main idea of that paragraph, this one, this paragraph is about the Renaissance and women not being treated equally. So the main idea is, although most Renaissance writers propagated the belief in women, and then you have to talk about Shakespeare. Okay, let's go back and look at this. The belief that women were not equal. Shakespeare's writing portrayed women as equals. Right, everything else is a detail. Women are better than men. This is not really, this is not what the text is about because they don't have an opinion really. Okay. The next one, what is the main idea of this paragraph? This one I think was about the environment. Okay, the environment in the classroom. The environment in the classroom serves different functions. That could have been a main idea, but there's a better one, I think. Right, this one could have worked, but there's a better one. Okay, and the better one is the physical environment of a classroom is extremely important because they can influence the way teachers and students feel. Okay, let's go to the next one. I have to keep going back. According to the informational source, that's the one that you read and that I went over. A pardon from a priest for sins is called an indulgence. This was part of your previous reading as well, right? A petition, no. A thesis, no. The theses are these 95 statements that Luther writes criticizing the church. In this case, an indulgence is a pardon, a forgiveness for a sin. Okay. Martin Luther was, let me make this very clear. Martin Luther was not a painter. Martin Luther was not a king. He was not an emperor. Martin Luther was not a pope. He was a monk that became a priest. He challenged the Catholic Church. He is not a pope. And he was not a merchant. I'm really concerned that these are options that students are picking, right? Maybe it wasn't clear in the text that he was a priest, but he was a priest. He was a professor of theology, a professor, teacher of religion in Germany. He was not a pope. He was not a merchant. He was not a king or a painter. He was a priest. Martin Luther preached that people could be forgiven by, not by an indulgence. He was against that. He didn't think they worked. Right? He believed that the church was actually taking advantage of people by selling these useless documents, right? He believed that believing in God and having a connection with God, that was what would save you. Not singing songs, not going on religious trips, or buying, definitely not this one. Which is most likely why Martin Luther translated the Bible. So the reason why he translated the Bible was so more people could actually read the Bible and connect with God, right? Remember, this is after the invention of the printing press. So now he's able to actually translate the Bible so people can have that connection with God and not depend on the Catholic Church. He didn't do it to make more money. He didn't do it so he could read it easier. He knew how to read Latin, so he didn't need that. Martin Luther's friends kidnapped him. So someone, actually, I'll talk about that in a second. They kidnapped him to save him, right? Because they knew that his life was in danger. They did not want him to remain Catholic. Okay, so the main idea of the entire document. This is one. These are some of the options. So Martin Luther. That's not a main idea. That's a topic. In God. That's not a main idea. That's a topic, right? The main idea in this case would have been Luther challenging the Catholic Church. Martin Luther challenged the Catholic Church. right? Or Martin Luther succeeded in challenging the Catholic Church. Let me find a couple ones. This one is not a main idea. This is a I keep doing that. This is a keeps doing that. This is a detail, a supporting detail. The main idea is not that he was kicked out. That's not the main idea. That means that the whole essay would have been about him being removed from the church, the consequences of the church to him, and so forth. That is not the topic. The main idea is about Martin Luther. That's incorrect. That's not a main idea. That's a topic. The main idea is how Martin Luther challenged and won and was able to split the church into different religions, different Christian religions. So today we're focusing on. Hopefully this video is not too long. It won't have many questions on there. We're focusing on evidence. Okay, I'm gonna try to make this quick. Citing the strongest textual evidence. Textual evidence is information or detail from a text that supports a statement that you have made to show your understanding of the text. For example, someone might read an article and say, Donald Trump is a great president. Well, you have to have evidence to support that, right? Textual evidence is required anytime you draw a conclusion, make an inference, or make a prediction about the text to show why you think that way. Okay. So think about our legal system. Think about the United States, right? People are accused of a crime and they are guaranteed a trial to determine whether they are guilty or innocent, right? What determines whether the person is considered innocent or guilty is the evidence, right? The United States and I'm not sure exactly what state, but they just convicted this police officer about killing a person, right? Um, and there was evidence. There was evidence to support that he did or he didn't, right? Um, if the prosecution the person accusing or trying the trial does not have enough evidence to support their claim, then that person will be found innocent. Why do I have to tell why? So this is the reason, right? Or the evidence, I'm sorry. The ability to cite textual evidence separates effective from ineffective readers. Evidence is the proof that your inference, or opinion, or conclusion is correct and it fits with the meaning of the text. So let's do an example. Say a person, let's call him Rob, is accused of breaking into a woman's house. Her name is April. Here's some evidence that may possibly indicate his guilt. April's laptop and TV are found in his house. Footprints in April's house match the footprints of his shoes. Rob's fingerprints in April's house. An eyewitness who saw Rob leaving April's house with the laptop and TV. All these are good. I think they're all pretty good evidence. I think the last one might be the one that I will use. Right. All of these are fine if you're able to explain them. Right. You have to be able to explain evidence. But I would have picked the last one because this shows that he actually went in there and someone actually saw him. Now you could use this one and another one maybe. That will make it even better. Here we go. You decide. Actually, we're gonna skip this one for now. Let's look at some examples, okay? So this one, they give you the answer here, but just let's talk about it. Practice choosing the best one. Simple changes. This is the claim, right? Simple changes can cut carbon emissions greatly. Carbon emissions means what comes out of cars, like smoke. So which of these evidence would be the best one to support that? It's if you hang your clothes outside on the clothesline instead of using the electric dryer, you can cut carbon emissions by 350 pounds per year. That would be the best evidence to support that, right? Simple, because it's a simple change. You see, just putting your clothes out there instead of using the dryer. Next one, exercise is important for the growth and development of children. The best evidence is children who are active will have strong muscles and bones, right? This is not this one, the A one, and the A is not relevant. And B, it just says that they like to do it, right? It's not actually talking about how it's going to improve their development. Next one. A diet rich in fruits and vegetables has many benefits. B, eating lots of fruits and vegetables lower your risk of heart disease. So that's the benefit, right? So here is but they're the topic, and this is the benefit, right? This is this talking about fruits and vegetables, but it doesn't talk about how it's going to benefit people. And this is talking about colors of fruits. That's irrelevant. Okay, next one. Smoking cigarettes is harmful to your health. Let's look at A. The mixture of nicotine and carbon monoxide in cigarettes temporarily increases your heart rate and blood pressure, causing strains on your heart and blood vessels. That is talking about how it is going to be harmful to you. Okay. Cigarette smoke smells really bad. This one talks about how it smells. It doesn't talk about the harm. And secondhand smoke is bad for people around you. This is not talking about actually smoking. It's talking about secondhand smoke. Bullying is a common problem in schools across the United States. They picked B. Surveys indicate that as many as half of the children are bullied at some time during the school year. So this is not talking about how it's bad. It's just saying it's common, right? This is, and so that's when this one makes sense. B, right? Children who are bullied experience suffering. So someone might pick this one, but that doesn't answer the prompt, because the prompt is talking about common, that it happens quite often. This is talking about what the effect is. Okay, I hope this is making more sense. We're gonna stop there for that one. So you're watching this video. You'll be doing this video. You're also going to be reading this text. It's called a Protestant Reformation. You need to read this paragraph and put the big idea here. Okay, the big idea of that paragraph. This paragraph, big idea. This paragraph, big idea. This is a famous painting of Martin Luther. Paragraph, big idea. Paragraph, big idea. You only have 5 paragraphs to do. Okay. On your exit ticket, I will ask you, what is the main idea of the entire paragraph, of the entire text? Okay. This also appears in your exit ticket. So today, you're watching the video. Your independent practice is reading this text, writing the main idea for all paragraphs, and also your exit tickets. Your exit tickets looks like this, and there's quite a bit of writing. Okay, but there's a couple questions that you are going to. There's a couple multiple choice answers, but there's also a couple questions where you actually are writing. So here I'm asking you, what is the main idea of the article? What is the main idea of this article? So you have to answer that question. Okay, and then here it says, what did Luther say a person needed to be saved? Provide evidence. You have to provide evidence. You have to go back to this document. Provide evidence from the text. Your evidence can just be a quote. If you want to explain it, you're more than welcome to, but that's not what I'm focusing on. I'm just focusing on you selecting best evidence. Right. And then here it says, read the following letter. This is a letter that Luther wrote in 1517. 1517. And the question says, read the following letter Luther wrote to the Archbishop. Archbishop is someone that's very high up. It's not really the Pope, but it's someone pretty high up. In Mainz, Germany, in 1517, not 1515. What evidence from this letter supports that Luther was still in good terms? He was still happy with the church. What evidence from this document supports that? Here's another one from this same text. What does Luther think of indulgences? Select the best evidence from the following text to support your answer. Okay, that's gonna go on here. That's what we're working on on Wednesday. On Thursday, we're gonna still continue working on evidence, and on Friday, we're gonna focus on listening. Okay. Until then, I'll see you guys later. Huge shout out to those students that are doing the work on time and doing the best you can. Some students have been really struggling with some of these. This is a huge issue. Okay. So, I don't expect you to be here, but I do expect that you move up every single day. I'll see you guys later. Bye.